Aloha friends, I'm Hawaiian Dan with SeaEagle.com and welcome to the Sea Eagle Boats YouTube channel and the new 2026 Family Fun FastCat14 Inflatable Catamaran Boat video instructions. The 2026 FastCat14 is a mind-blowing 31 pounds lighter than the previous model. It also has a non-slip bow or front EVA foam foot pad, Sea Eagle universal casting bar mounts, 4 bow or front D-rings for attaching the optional Sea Eagle swim ladder and or the bow or front trolling motor mount board for a bow mount motor, a built-in 40-inch fish ruler, 6 accessory pads for attaching Yak Attack, Scotty fishing, and similar optional accessories, independent seating so you can now set it up with your choice of 1, 2, 3, or 4 seats, canopy brackets for attaching the optional Sea Eagle wide sun and rain canopy, and a smaller, lighter, stronger back brace rear transom. In this video, I'll show you just how easy it is to assemble and pack up the 2026 FastCat14. To begin, locate a clean area and unpack the FastCat14, transom kit, swivel seat kits, paddles, pump, repair kit, and print instructions. Depending on which package and optional accessories you've purchased, you may also have a wide sun and rain canopy, electric pump, Scotty accessories, and or an electric motor or Honda short shaft 15-inch gas outboard motor. Now there are a couple of items that require a one-time only assembly. You'll need a Phillips head screwdriver, 11mm wrench, and 2 13mm wrenches. Start by unpacking the swivel seat kits. Each kit comes with a locking swivel seat and a hardware bag with 4 1/2-inch carriage bolts with locking nuts, a quick release seat mount, a seat frame, and a hardware bag with 4 2-inch flathead bolts with washers and locking nuts. There's also a 7-inch pedestal for each seat. Attaching the quick release seat mount to the seat frame is a one-time only assembly. Once attached, you don't have to remove it. You'll need a Phillips head screwdriver, 11mm wrench, and the hardware bag with 4 2-inch flathead bolts with washers and locking nuts included in the kit. With the rough rib side of the seat frame facing up, take the quick release seat mount with a quick release lever facing one edge of the board and place it over the 4 pre-drilled holes in the center of the board. Insert the 2-inch flathead bolts through the quick release seat mounts from the top down and through the aluminum board. Then tilt the aluminum board back to confirm the bolts came through. Slide a washer onto a bolt, screw on and securely tighten a lock nut, and repeat this step with the remaining hardware. The head of the screw should end up flush with the top of the seat mount. When finished, it should look like this. Repeat these steps with the remaining seat frames. To attach the 7-inch pedestals to the swivel seats, you'll need an 11mm wrench and the hardware bag with 4 short 1/2-inch carriage bolts with locking nuts. On the underside of the seat, pull the lever forward and offset the swivel plate. Insert a screw down through the top of one of the holes of the swivel seat plate. Hang a pedestal, then hand tighten on a lock nut. Repeat these steps with the remaining hardware, then securely tighten each nut. Repeat these steps with any additional seats. The finished product should look like this, and you can now marry them with the seat frames by sliding them into place and setting them all aside for now. Next, unpack and unroll the FastCat14. At the front end, remove the 4 air valve caps by turning them to the left and lifting them out. Push the center valve stems down a quarter turn to the left so that they spring into the up position. To inflate your Sea Eagle, locate your manual hand SUP pump and screw on the hose with a hook and style recessed valve adapter. The adapter side has a rubber gasket on it, so be sure that the groove side of the gasket is facing out. If it's not, simply flip the gasket over and make sure that the groove side is facing out. Now start by selecting the double action. This inflates during both the up and down strokes. When it gets hard to pump, switch over to single action, which makes it even easier by only inflating during the downstrokes and using your body weight as leverage. Starting with the smallest chamber first, attach it to your recessed air valve by pushing it in and turning it to the right until the hooks lock into place. The proper working pressure for all chambers is 13 to 15 psi. Start by selecting the double action. This inflates during both the up and down strokes. When it gets hard to pump, switch over to single action, which makes it even easier by only inflating during the downstrokes and using your body weight as leverage. Remember to replace the air valve cap. Sea Eagle offers a line of recommended pumps that have been thoroughly tested to last and will not harm your Sea Eagle. Using a non-recommended pump may damage your Sea Eagle and will void the Sea Eagle warranty. In this video, I'll be using the Sea Eagle Mega Turbo Pump. Here's a clip on how it works. Inside the bag you'll find the pump and the charger. Now you'll need to remove the power button safety cover before using the pump. The top of the pump is a zippered pouch in which you'll find the air hose attached to a 6-piece screw-on inflation adapter set. For this video, I'll screw on the recessed valve adapter, but there's also a Boston valve adapter. On the recessed valve adapter, you'll notice a milky white rubber gasket. There's also a small plastic bag in the top zippered pouch with 2 additional gaskets. The thickest gasket will not work with Seagull hulls. If the thickest gasket is pre-attached, simply replace it with one of the 2 thinner gaskets. And if one of the gaskets has a center channel, you'll want to position that center channel outward. Attach the opposite end of the air hose to the inflation port if you're inflating, and of course the deflation port if you want to remove any remaining air. Now be sure to screw the air hose tightly in place. Press and hold down the power button until you see the digital display turn on. You'll need to do this before using the pump, flashlight, or any of the dual USB ports. Select the pressure unit reading to bar or PSI. For this video, I'll be using PSI. Then set your desired PSI setting. You can adjust it in a half a PSI increments up or down with the plus or minus buttons, or you can simply hold down either button and cycle through the settings. Then attach the pump to a recessed air valve by inserting it and pushing it down and to the right until the adapter locks into place. Press the power button once to turn the pump on. The pump will automatically shut off once the desired PSI setting has been reached. To lessen the noise volume, leave the pump in the travel bag and simply flip the top closed. For a detailed full-length video about the Mega Turbo Pump, visit the Mega Turbo Pump page at seaeagle.com. Remember to replace the air valve caps after inflating each chamber. Now you're ready to install the transom. Locate your 13mm wrench, 4 3.5-inch hex head bolts, washers, and threaded black knobs included in your kit. With the transom plate facing forward, insert the transom board into the transom grommets. If it's a tight fit, use your Phillips head screwdriver to gently pry the grommets apart. Insert a bolt with a lock washer through the rear of the grommet, through the transom, and out the front of the grommet. If needed, use the Phillips head screwdriver to align the holes of the grommet and the transom. Then replace the screwdriver by sliding a bolt with a locking washer into place. Use the 13mm wrench to hold the head of the bolt and securely tighten on a threaded black knob. Not too tight as to damage the grommet, but just snug and secure. Repeat this step with the remaining floor grommets. Locate your 2 13mm wrenches, 2 transom support tubes, and the hardware bag with 2 short 70mm hex head bolts, long 100mm hex head bolt, locking nuts, threaded black knobs, and 6 flat washers. Set a transom support tube in place so that the pre-drilled holes line up with the floor grommets and transom. At the base, insert a long bolt with a washer through the grommet, support tube, and out the other side. Slide on another washer and snugly tighten on a lock nut using 2 13mm wrenches. Remember, not too tight as to damage the grommet, but just snug and secure. At the top of the tube, insert a short bolt with a washer through the support tube, transom, and out the other side. Use a 13mm wrench to hold the head of the bolt and securely tighten on a black threaded knob. Repeat these steps with the remaining transom support. Now you're ready to attach the cargo catchers. Grab your Phillips head screwdriver, 2 cargo catcher plates, and 4 40mm hex head bolts, washers, and threaded black knobs included with your kit. Insert the 2 bolts with the washers through the rear pre-drilled holes at one end of the transom. Slide on an appropriate cargo catcher plate and securely tighten on a threaded black knob. Use a Phillips head screwdriver to hold on to the head of the bolt if needed, and repeat these steps with the opposite side. Time to attach the seats. With the double D-ring seat attachment straps open, place a seat into position. Note the H-frame is parallel to the hull and the side chamber. This is so you can adjust the seat forward and aft. Run the strap over the seat frame bar, through the center of both metal D-rings, back over the outside D-ring, then under the next one, and cinch it down tight. Repeat these steps with the remaining seat straps. The straps may stretch when wet over time, so be sure that before each use you secure all straps. To swivel the seat, pull the locking bar forward to free the seat and push the bar back to lock it into place. To remove the swivel seats, push the seat back. Lift up on the quick release lever, slide the seat forward and out. To reattach it, simply slide and lock it into place. Remember to confirm each seat is secured in place before each voyage. For optimal performance while on the water, you'll want to properly balance your load and weight distribution front to back and side to side so that your FastCat is in a planing position parallel to the water. One way to do this is to adjust your seat positioning from front to back. Now let's review how to attach some optional additional accessories offered at seaeagle.com. There are 6 Seagull accessory pads on the FastCat14, used to attach a vast array of optional Yak Attack and Scotty fishing accessories. They're plug and play, and to attach an optional Scotty universal deck mount to a pre-installed pad, use 4 7/8 stainless steel field cap screws located in your kit. If you can't locate them, be sure to check your orange repair kit. With the arrow on the deck mount pointing inboard, use a Phillips head screwdriver to securely tighten the screws. The universal deck mounts can be used to attach a vast array of optional Scotty brand accessories, such as rod holders, triple rod holders, anchor locks, camera mounting post, and more. If you have the Honda 15-inch short shaft gas motor, seat the motor onto the transom, securely tighten the transom bolts, and confirm the motor is securely in place. Electric motors are attached the same way. Protecting yourself against the elements is extremely important, and the Sea Eagle Canopy is a great option. In this video, I'll show you just how easy it is to set up the Sea Eagle Canopy. Start by unpacking the contents of the canopy box, which includes the canopy canvas, 2 U-frames, 2 scissor support bars with pre-attached adjustable straps, and the associated hardware. Unfold the canvas of your canopy and place it in front of you with the top of the canvas, the rough side facing up, and the smooth side facing down. Next, fold the ends towards the center and position it so that the center cutout is towards the front of your hull. Lay the U-frames on top of the canvas in line with their sleeves. You want to be sure that the pre-drilled holes of the front frame are facing up and the rear frame are facing down. Feed the front frame through the front sleeve. This is what it should look like with the holes facing up. Now repeat this step on the opposite side, and this is what it should look like with the holes facing down. Now flip the rear end of the canopy over and connect your scissoring support bars. The shorter bar attaches to the front and they will easily snap together. Attach the remaining bar to the rear and repeat these steps on the opposite side. Now take your canopy over to your hull for attachment. Place the canopy on the back of the FastCat with the short scissor bars facing up. Align the ends of the canopy up with the canopy mount brackets. Insert your 35mm screw and secure it with the plastic screw-on knob included in your kit. You can use a Phillips head screwdriver to help tighten the bolt if needed. Repeat this step on the opposite side. Attach the rear canopy straps to the rear D-rings. Grab a front canopy strap and walk it towards the front of the FastCat. Attach it to the front D-ring. Repeat this step on the opposite side. Then adjust the straps until the canopy is tight and correctly positioned. There are additional D-rings at the rear of the FastCat on each side, spaced 15 by 12 inches apart, on center for securing utility boxes and coolers. Sea Eagle offers a vast array of optional securing straps in various sizes to suit your needs. To attach the optional Sea Eagle Universal Casting Bar from SeaEagle.com, attach the long insert bar at the widest setting at the top of the casting bar. Attach the pad, place the casting bar in front of the FastCat14 with the legs positioned close to the casting bar grommets. Pin the legs, stand it up, pin the remaining legs, and you're ready to go. For detailed instructions about the Sea Eagle Universal Casting Bar, visit the Sea Eagle Universal Casting Bar page at SeaEagle.com. Attaching the optional Sea Eagle swim ladder from SeaEagle.com is quick and easy.
Inside the box, you'll find the Sea Eagle swim ladder, 4 low-profile knobs, 4 1/4 by 20 by 2 inch truss head bolts, and 4 M8 by 30 flat washers. A heads up, the knob and foam pad colors may vary, but the setup is exactly the same. Important safety note, watch your fingers and avoid pinch points. Do not place your hands between the attachment tubes and rails while folding the ladder. Attaching the ladder to the boat. The ladder utilizes the 4 D-rings on the bow chamber of the FastCat14. Stand in front of the boat and fold the D-rings outward. While keeping the knobs close by, place a washer on each bolt. Insert the bolts with the washers up through the underside of the D-rings. The threaded end of the bolts should be pointed up. Note, the washers are on the underside of the D-rings. With the ladder folded, aluminum mounting plate facing you, and ladder rungs pointed towards the rear of the hull, line up the bolts with the holes in the attachment tubes and carefully lower the ladder onto the bolts. As each bolt comes through, loosely thread on a knob, but not too tight, just enough to hold it in place. If things don't line up perfectly right away, that's normal. You can gently push the ladder, move the bolts with your fingers, or press on the edge of the washers to guide the bolts through. Quick tip. It's much easier to mount the ladder when it's folded, rather than unfolding it and trying to attach each leg individually. Securing the ladder. Once all 4 knobs are loosely threaded on, go back and tighten them down securely. No need to overdo it. Snug and secure is just perfect. How to use the ladder. To deploy the ladder, simply lift it by a rung or side rail and let it drop into position. Always face the ladder when climbing up or down. Important note. The ladder should be free-floating. Don't let it hit the ground, especially in waves and currents, as the force can cause the boat to damage it if the ladder is pinned down. Quick check. Before each use, take a second to check the knobs and make sure everything is securely tight. Stowing the ladder. Before you move the boat, swing the ladder back up, rest it on deck, and it's that easy.
The optional bow motor mount board from SeaEagle.com attaches the same way, except instead of positioning the D-rings outward for the swim ladder, you position them inward to attach the bow motor mount board. For each voyage, confirm the motor, all knobs and seats are secure. The SeaEagle Inflatable FastCat14 is an incredibly stable catamaran-style family pontoon boat with a family fun-size platform deck. It can be rolled up and packed away for storage and transport and fits into most trucks and large SUVs. However, because of its incredibly large, super fun-sized deck space, it's best used for extended days on the water and/or with a lightweight 18-foot boat trailer with bunks and 12-inch high adjustable bunk risers. A bunk trailer is a perfect option for those who wish to leave their larger size SeaEagles inflated, completely rigged, and ready to go at all times. When purchasing a trailer for the FastCat14, be sure that the height of the bunks are or can be adjusted so the FastCat does not rub on the fenders or tires. Adjustable 12-inch high bunk risers will allow you to adjust the bunks up or down for proper positioning. When securing the boat to the trailer, a ratchet strap or straps are recommended. Be sure that the boat does not rub on the fenders or tires. For those leaving their motor mounts attached, a Transom Saver motor mount support bar is a nice addition and will extend the life of your transom. Trailer manufacturers and models vary from region to region. SeaEagle does not recommend any specific trailer manufacturers since many models will be available locally. However, for your reference, I'll post a link to the trailer seen in this video and a Transom Saver in the video description below. Now be sure to protect your SeaEagle with 303 protectant found at SeaEagle.com when leaving it exposed to the sun. Packing up your FastCat is quick and easy. Simply remove the casting bar, swim ladder, canopy, seats, Scotty accessories. The universal deck mounts can remain attached, motor and transom. At the front of your FastCat, lay out your boat bag strapped side down, with the longest part of the bag parallel to the front of your FastCat and the center part of the bag in line with your hull. Lift the front of your FastCat and walk it over to the bag until the bow or front leading edge is in line with the far side of the bag's base, where the flaps meet. Remove the 4 air valve caps. Be sure your face is positioned away from and not over the air valves. Then push down on the center valve stem with your thumb and twist it a quarter turn to the right until it locks in the down and open position. Repeat this step with the remaining valve. Push the side chambers inward. The boat can be folded without adjusting the width, and the final dimensions will be approximately 82 by 23 by 15 inches high. For a more compact fold, 72 by 29 by 15, use an optional 6 or 8 foot strap to pull the bow handles together until there is about 30 inches between the side chambers. Measuring with your forearms and fists from elbow to elbow is a good rough rule. The front bow end caps will also be centered on the bow handles. Begin folding from the rear by putting a crease between the transom grommets. Fold both ends forward. Note the ends fold over and align with the accessory pads. Keep folding and make adjustments so that the folds do not begin to drift off to one side or the other. Once the final fold is reached, this boat will be in position to begin securing the boat bag. Pull in the bag side flaps and secure the bag by running the straps through both rings, back over the first, under the second, and cinch tight. Thank you for watching the new 2026 SeaEagle FastCat14 video instructions. If you find this video helpful and would like to see others like it, subscribe to the SeaEagle Boats YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. Hit the notification bell and the thumbs up button. And remember to share this with your family and friends. To hear about the latest sales and new product releases, be sure to subscribe to our email list by clicking on the link in the video description below. Remember to post your comments and questions in the section below, and I'll post links to the products and optional accessories mentioned in this video in the video description below, as well as a timestamp table of content so you can easily jump from one section or topic of this video to another. Until next time, I'm Hawaiian Dan with SeaEagle.com, and I'll see you out on the water. Aloha.